Yo, what up everybody, Arie here, and in today's video I want to show you what I consider to be quite literally top tier Shopify store design. So we're gonna take a deep dive into their store design, analyze everything they're doing as far as branding. Then I want to take a look at their social media strategy and some of their ads, because marketing is super important. I mean, even if you have the best looking website in the world, if you can't drive people to your site, nobody's gonna see it. Now, how you design your Shopify store is extremely crucial, not only for conversion rate optimization, making sure that you get the most conversions possible from the traffic you're driving to your store, but also from an aesthetic point of view and what you're trying to show people visiting your store your brand is all about. Now, the store that we're going to be looking at is called By Humankind, and this store is not messing around. They're easily doing 6 figures per month in revenue, and they're doing it very tastefully, at least in my opinion. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, I think it's really smart to actually learn from these kinds of stores as opposed to dropshipping stores, even if you are dropshipping yourself, because I like to view this whole e-commerce landscape as an art, and I really love when brands do stuff like what I'm about to show you, regardless of how they're shipping their products. Even if this brand was dropshipping, I feel like customers wouldn't mind as much because of how much effort they've put into building the brand properly. So here we go. Now, once we're on the store, like right away, you can see that they use a lot of earthly tones, not only in their backdrops, but just everywhere. And the only color that stands out a lot that isn't really like an earthly tone is their shop now buttons, which is really smart, obviously, because that way they kind of stand out and people want to click them. I mean, when you show somebody a bright button, it kind of just instinctually makes you want to tap it or click it. And the first thing that I noticed on this store that I always point out with these kinds of human, like sustainable brands, is the serif fonts. So they use serif fonts basically everywhere, which are the fonts that have these little serifs at the end. You know, actually these are kind of more traditional fonts, but they've been used a lot in modern brands because it goes hand in hand with sustainability. And I've been finding that sustainability is a big trend right now, which is actually a good thing. I mean, I hope that these brands are being sustainable how they say they are. But I think it's good that more brands want to be good to the world. But one thing that's really small that I really love is just how simple they've made it. So they're not really adding a ton of explanation here. It's just very straightforward. Introducing a new shower routine without the single-use plastic. And then you scroll down and it's like designed to reduce single-use plastic waste in your daily routine, scientifically proven to perform. And then they got basically all the products that they offer. So they do have a pretty decent amount of products, and it's kind of inspiring. I mean, I love the idea of a one product store, and I do believe that a lot of these stores start out with like one product or 2 products, but then they continuously launch new ones, which is really cool. I think this is their best seller right here, and it's basically a bundle. So it's a shower routine set, $46. That's definitely not cheap, but since it's all natural and it's a bundle and they're adding this classic retail value at $72, so you're getting $26 off when you buy this bundle. So really the innovation here, besides the fact that they use really good ingredients, is that they're using aluminum bottles as opposed to plastic bottles so that people can just refill them, which is actually a really genius idea because it's such a simple change that you can add to a brand like this that actually would make a huge difference in how people consume these types of products, these types of home products. I think that's actually a really good idea, and it makes me want to buy them, to be honest with you. I love the swatches here. I love when brands use swatches. I think it's a really great addition. It looks really cool, and quite literally this is the whole product page. Like, there's nothing else. It's basically like a brochure, and you can click here to expand these tabs if you want to know more info, but this is really all the info you need. So transfer your reusable pumps from one refill to the next, reducing single-use plastic waste in your shower routine. We offset 100% of our carbon footprint, including your order, by investing in strategic forest preservation projects. That's pretty cool. I actually really like that line. Unironically, I feel like a lot of brands are trying to be carbon neutral now. Google, I believe they've said that by 2030 they're gonna be fully carbon neutral and stuff like that. A lot of brands seem to be promising that type of thing. But yeah, I'm truly a sucker for brands that just keep it super simple and clean, and this is a great example of that. And I love how many products they have. It's so mindfully designed. That's kind of the best way I can put it. Like, everything has its proper place, and I just love the colors. I mean, these are literally like the colors of my channel. It's like grayish tones. And yeah, again, this is all the product info that they're giving you. There's literally nothing else. So I think there's a lot to learn from that. The fact that you don't really have to explain your product too much as long as you have good ads, good branding, and of course a good product. This brand reminds me of a different brand that I wanted to share with you guys, but I'll share that in a separate video. But I really do respect brands like this that are trying to create products with better ingredients than the traditional retail store stuff that you see. I mean, a lot of that stuff isn't good for you. There's a lot of microplastics in basically every single product that you're used to buying. And I don't want to sound preachy, but I feel like that definitely has a long-term effect on your health. They also have travel sets. Man, I just love their product design. I'm sure they have an industrial designer working on this stuff because this is very tastefully done. Like I said at the beginning, this is not your normal Shopify store. This is definitely a step above that, and not just in terms of branding, even though that's what this video is about, but even product design. I think that's what I'm actually getting the most inspiration from right now. But next, I want to take a look at their social media. So I want to see how it compares to what you get on the site. Now, in their footer, they have a community tab here, which I really love. I think it's cool to call your social media pages your community, because that is true. That is kind of how you're engaging with your community. And they only have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, but they're mainly active on Instagram. They have 110,000 followers on Instagram and only like 6,000 on Facebook, so I don't really think it's worth sharing. But this tells me that most of their ads run on the Instagram placement, which isn't surprising with a brand like this that focuses so much on aesthetic and sustainability. And they're posting basically every other day, so not the craziest social media strategy that I've seen. I'm guessing they spend most of their time just working on product designs and stuff like that. So that's kind of nice, because that's definitely an area of improvement that they could work on. It's just like posting more on social media and engaging their community better in that way. So their Instagram is a nice vibe, but honestly, I'm just more impressed by their website than anything else. Now, lastly, I want to take a look at their ad strategy, because this is of course how they're making the majority of their revenue. And I just want to analyze some of their ads. So let's see. 40% faster at killing the #1 order. Okay, that's pretty quick. You could eat it, but please don't. Nice. That was a clean ad. So as you see, I mean, I've been talking about this recently, but user-generated content ads like this seem to be kind of the move. And this is such a simple ad. It's just a nice little aesthetic shot, very minimal, with matching colors and very quick pace. Really cool. These are ads, by the way, that they launched in September, so this month. Introducing our bamboo toothbrush. Okay, well, that wasn't a great ad in my opinion, no offense. This wasn't their best ad in my opinion. Clearly, they're testing out different placements. I mean, this is story placement. There's no headline or anything. It's just straight up for Instagram stories and reels. And then this one's your traditional Instagram post.
Are you looking for an eco-friendly toothbrush alternative? Check out By Humankind's 100% bamboo toothbrush. Bamboo is one of the Earth's fastest growing natural fibers, and it's fully biodegradable. The extra soft bristles are made from castor oil and are ideal for brushing with toothpaste tablets. Are you looking for an
Wow, they just got cut off. What I really like about these ads is how they're just perfectly branded. I mean, it's such a little thing, but I really love the fact that everything just matches and goes together really well. Here's another deodorant ad. Nice. So same type of ad, just clean matching font and just very simple stuff. They've clearly nailed their brand aesthetic. None of these ads have any music, by the way, so they're just using like the natural sounds of the video, which I think is kind of a nice little touch, especially since their brand is all about earth and just like being natural. So I think that definitely goes hand in hand with their overall brand. This is probably more of like a retargeting ad, I would guess. And it's nice. I actually like that. Effective, refillable, aluminum free. That's it. Some of these are a little underwhelming, but what's overwhelming is the quantity of ads that they're running. I mean, this is actually a pretty ridiculous amount of ads. And this is just through the Facebook ads platform. This is not even taking into account Google ads, Pinterest ads, TikTok ads, Snapchat ads. It's just on Facebook. So, wow, very impressed by this. I'm definitely taking some tips away, especially as far as the branding side of things go, which was the point of this video. So I'm glad I was able to learn from that. Hopefully you guys learned something as well. That's always my goal. That's why I love sharing these videos and ideas. I know the ripple effect that it'll have on the world is massive. But with that said, if you have anything you want to add, if you have any video suggestions, any comments, any support, or any words of encouragement or anything, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments. I do answer basically every comment. Maybe one day I won't be able to do that because I'll be getting so many comments that I just won't have time for it. So take advantage of that while you still can. But with that said, I really appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, subscribe to the channel with notifications on and give this video a like. That's always very helpful. But that's it. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace.